Hey everyone, Andy from WagerTalk.com breaking down the Packers at the Lions on Thanksgiving. WagerTalk live odds show the Lions are minus 7.5 point favorites. Over under at 45.5. We're going to break down this game and give out a play. And we also have an amazing special that takes place this week. Every year we do it for Thanksgiving. So go ahead and hit the like button. I'll get to that in a second. Let's take a look at some of these stats here. So the last three games, Green Bay, seventh best in yards per play. Detroit is third. So both these teams' offense have been moving the ball 15th and 17th in yards per play allowed. So they're very close in that perspective. Packers have not won a road game this season, but they've only lost by 4, 2, 4, and 1 in their last four road games. That first game against Chicago at Chicago, they win 38 to 20, but since then it's just been downhill. Now they're not getting blown out on the road, but they are losing. So the other thing, you do have to go back and look. At home, Green Bay loses 34 to 20 to Detroit. They do give up over 200 yards. There was a 40-yard run by Khalif Raymond in that game, though. So they did run the ball pretty effectively. But even if you take away that 40-yard run, that's still 170-plus yards of offense on the ground. So look at recently what the Packers have done. Okay, they just beat the Chargers, who have the worst pass defense in the league. And this is becoming historically bad, how bad the Chargers are. So they beat the Chargers by 3. They lose by 4 to the Steelers. They win 20-3 to the Rams, but that was with Rippon at quarterback. They lose by 14 to Minnesota, and they lose by 2 to Denver. That loss is not is actually aging quite well. Broncos are playing a lot better these days. I don't think they're still on the level of the Lions. So when we look at what's going on with the Lions, so Detroit, one loss in the last 7 games, and that was at Baltimore. And I've talked about how Lamar Jackson and those Baltimore Ravens, they hammer NFC teams if it's the first time these NFC teams have seen them. You just can't get ready for how fast Baltimore and the Ravens are with Lamar. And before you know it, you're down 20-0 and the game's out of reach already. So, besides that, they've got some decent quality wins, but the competition hasn't been great. They had a bye week a few weeks ago. They come out, they do beat the Chargers, but that's a 3-point game, 41-38. Defense didn't play well. Okay, they beat Chicago, but that's a 31-26 game that Chicago was leading. Goff throws 3 interceptions. So the defense not exactly locked down. I do think that they caught Herbert on you see Herbert's ceiling, and that game was just one of them. He threw for 323 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Justin Fields, it's the Justin Fields return game. He runs 18 times for 100-plus yards. A little bit of a surprise factor. One of the interceptions that Goff threw was tipped at the line, went right to the Bears player. So I'm not totally sure how much we can take out of that. So before we get to the pick, just want to ask you guys if you could hit the like button. Really, really helps me out. And leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite play is in this game. And I have to tell everyone about the Thanksgiving week special. We're doing 7 days for only $69. Big discount. You don't even need a promo code. Just go to Andy Lang's profile page on WagerTalk.com. We're coming off a weekend where we went 12-2 across all sports. And this promo gets you all sports, all percentages, NBA, NHL, all of the NFL plays. It's just a really, really good time. We do it once a year, and it's always one of our most popular promos. So don't even worry about getting individual plays. Just get the 7 days. That way you get a nice little chunk to see how we handicap or your favorite handicapper handicaps. So it gets you a nice little mesh of different plays. So you don't even need to use the promo code. Sorry, it's just on my profile page. Andy Lang at WagerTalk.com. Get you all sports, all percentages, $69 for a 7-day pass. Go grab that now and let's start cashing on these plays. My official play is I'm going over 45.5 in this one. There's something about this Lions defense that is just not clicking after the bye week. These are way too many points that they've given up. They gave up 38 points to the Chargers and 26 points to the Bears. And by the same token, their offense is clicking. In those games, 31 points against Chicago, 41 against the Chargers, and even go back to the bye week. 26 points against the Raiders. I'm kind of throwing out that Ravens game. 20 points against Tampa, 42 against Carolina. They put up 34 against this Green Bay game, and I'm not really sure what adjustments Green Bay makes. Green Bay's bottom 5 in rushing yards allowed. I think it's a big David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs game. And at the same token, I don't love Jordan Love, but I do think that he's, I don't know, in the middle, I guess. And he's coming off of a game where they did put up 23 points, so maybe a little bit of confidence. I just think this 45.5 is a little bit too low. I expect there to be points in this game. So give me the over 45.5 as my official best bet for the Packers and the Lions. Good luck on all your plays. Don't forget to use that 7-day promo. Get you 7 days for $69. Good luck on your plays. We'll see everyone next week.